Today, I'm speaking to Ryan Sisson, the founder and CEO of Moniker Group, about how we can have a legacy through our work and our personal lives. Welcome to Happiness Adventure. I'm Lisa, and together we'll explore ways to cultivate real joy in our lives. I'd love to learn a little bit about how you started your businesses because they're very unique.
Yeah. So our company, Moniker, has always been founded on really opportunities that have come through relationships. And so I always kind of say that our company will reflect very much the people that are part of it. And since people are so unique, the reflection of that is going to be unique.
Yeah.
At this point, we have 8 different businesses, and it range from our own coffee shop and cocktail bar and retail store. And we've got, a design company and events company and all these pieces. The only reason we have that is because the individuals that I've been able to partner with are very gifted in specific areas, and they're very passionate about specific areas.
That's so neat.
Yeah.
Now, I know that you have been involved in nonprofits, but you really also believe that a for-profit business can do good in the world. Can you share a little bit about your thinking?
Yeah, totally. I would argue that business probably is, it could be said that is the most influential piece on culture that we have.
Yeah.
And the businesses, the brands that we buy or we follow or we're attracted to or attached to, and the decisions that they make impact everything that we touch, and from our environments to our personalities to all these different layers of what surrounds us. And so I think in that, anytime you have decisions to make, you have this opportunity to make one that is beneficial to others, to those around you, or that can potentially be harmful. I mean, there's often that ability to pick which way you want to go.
Yeah.
And so I've always felt that nonprofits are incredible organizations, and there's so much need for them, but I think they can only go so far. And I think the opportunity that business has is so much more impactful than what charities are able to do. And how can we make businesses within the realm of positively impacting our neighborhoods or our communities or the people. And that's just kind of the core of who we are. And it really is really something that I've always stood for and felt like that's my ability to change the world, if you will,
Yes.
comes through that avenue, not through necessarily, creating a nonprofit or doing a charity work.
Could you give us an example of a way that you might have made a decision in your business that was influenced by wanting to better the world as opposed to strictly a profit?
Totally. Carl Lentz is a pastor at Hillsong, New York City, and I heard him speak probably like 6 or 7 years ago. And he said, we will not use people to build the church, we'll use the church to build people. And it just like struck me. I was like, we will not use people to build a company, use the company to build people. Yeah. And I felt like in that moment, I had this clarity of what it is that we were supposed to do. Yeah. And so within that realm of that people impact piece, it's really going, okay, 100% of the people that work for me are going to leave at some point. Like every single person. No one stays with the company forever. They're either going to retire, they're going to quit, they're going to get fired, they're going to die, whatever. Like they're not going to be there forever. And I think we as the business community often look as if like that person owes me something. And that's not true. Like I believe that I owe that individual something. I owe them an opportunity to be a different person when they walked in the door than they were when they walked out the door. We just begin to set up systems and trainings that will really help an individual develop within them as a person. So like self-awareness. So it could be as basic as like strength finders or Myers-Briggs, or really understanding just who they are, to like vocational training where it's like, they're getting better at a specific task or a skill, to management training and leadership training. And no matter where you're at in the spectrum, from an entry-level barista to one of the partners, like you're always being invested in. Someone come in and talk about like personal finance and setting up a will and trust, and like just ways that are going to impact their lives. It's not going to really matter. That knowledge doesn't really matter in the company, but it's a way for us to give someone an opportunity to grow and become closer to who we feel like they were created to be. And the reality is that if we have a bunch of people that are closer to who they're created to be, more engaged in what they're doing and happier where they're at, then we're gonna have a better company. Like it's there is a financial element that you could draw into that, but I think the bigger piece is really what it is that our company stands for and what it is that we're leaving behind, and it's gonna be through those people. When a wake comes off a boat, it goes until it hits a shoreline. And people, if your legacy is in people, there's no shoreline, because I may impact your life, and then through that, you're going to impact someone else's life. And because of what you impacted their life, they're going to impact someone else's life. And it continues on in perpetuity. And that's twofold. It's for those that are looking into the company going, oh, the way that they run their business, that's how I want to run our business. I want to touch people's lives. So I'm going to go do those things. And so now you have the wake going out that direction. But then also you have it with those individuals that you interact with on a daily basis. I'm a result of somebody else's legacy. Yeah. And I'm just trying to pass that on to as many people as I can.
Yeah, I love that. I've been speaking to Ryan Sisson, the CEO of the Moniker Group, about how we can leave a legacy in our lives. In the comment section, let me know, what is a legacy that you'd like to leave? Before you go, subscribe to Feed Your Happy with a bite-sized video each week, and I look forward to seeing you soon for our next happiness adventure.